So, you want to set out a foundation. This will be your no bullshit guide, YouTube version. So, obviously you're going to have your plans from your architect or yourself. For this one, I'll have to come in 4 meters from the fence on the other side. It was determined in planning. And after that, just keep in mind it has to run parallel to the fence. So these two markers here, you're just using 12mm rebar. Make sure you put rebar caps on, they're cheap and they will save you a lot of soreness and people driving over them, etc. So this one is out 11 meters from the fence, so that's 4 and 7. And then I did the same with the marker on the other side here. I came across the 6 meters that I wanted and came out roughly parallel to the fence, 6 meters. So just draw a straight line with your spray. Get your spray in any hardware shop. Line marker paint is the best. And run a string line between the two of them. And then spray along. You can see an old blue line here that I had when I was just testing out, messing around a few weeks ago. But we're into the serious stuff now. This line will be hit by the digger next week for the foundation. Now, if you don't have a laser level with you, and perhaps you should do this for good practice anyway. You should make a square. So it's usually 3, 4, 5 square. Or if you've got a builder square with you, that's the way I did it today. If you've got a builder square, you just use that to make sure you've got a perfect right angle then, and use a bit of timber to brace it across. So check the external and the internal angle on that, make sure they're 90. So then run that off the first peg, run your line up along. So I'm heading back 7 meters back that way. Again, we'll check it with the laser next week, but just from experience it looks pretty good. The digger will follow that blue line down to our depth of 650mm because we have the topsoil stripped here. And then I'll repeat that from the other corners, and I'll show you that then when it's done. So I've marked out the 4 corners of the footing for the studio. See in detail how we wrap the wire around. Got your little caps there for safety. So each corner was squared using my timber square here, and I've measured now diagonally from that corner to the opposite corner, and that came in at 10 meters 12 centimeters. So this is live. I've gone from that corner and I'm hoping with a taut tape, I pulled the tape tight on the other one, I'm getting 10, 12. That means I have a perfect square foundation. So we've got 10. Whew. Take the cap off here. And if we pull, see it pulled nice and taut all the way to that corner. And we're looking at precisely 10 meters, 12 centimeters. So that's always good news. Don't have to go back and recheck all the corners for square. Those of you who like maths and tech drawing will know that if the diagonals are equal, it has to be square. Right, let's talk rebar. So rebar comes in pretty big sheets. This one here is 10mm diameter, and that's for your standard foundation footing, definitely for bungalows anyway. And then we've got thinner stuff over here which is 6mm, and this is for flooring and such. So you can see it's all rusted which is normal. That chemically reacts with the cement in your concrete, forms a bond. All the rebar has fluting on it, as you can see, which increases the surface area, gives a better grip to the concrete. So a few bits cut here. I like to lay it out on the foundation before I'm finished, so I make sure I have enough. I think I've discovered I'm one sheet short here, so I'll pick one up next week. But we're overlapping it here by 2 to 3 lattices on each corner. On the middle here, the way it's working out, it's overlapping by about 6. That's okay, loads of strength in the middle. So I just have a few more to cut. I have enough rebar here today to get me around to the third corner. As I said, I'll have to pick up a couple more sheets. Then the good news about it is I've got some 300mm offcuts left here. So as a bonus for the shed, which is going over there where the little caps are, I'm going to be able to run 10mm rebar around the edge of the shed foundation, which is complete overkill. I think you'd get away without it even being reinforced at all. But it's going to be sitting there doing nothing, so we may as well throw it in. And then we'll use the rest of the rebar for the flooring in the shed, and obviously the floor on the studio as well. So that's pretty much rebar. Cutting it's pretty easy. For a foundation, you just mark the guts of 1 meter across from the outside here. And I just usually mark it with spray paint on the foundation. See, I've marked it in blue there. So I can get 1 meter off this side, 1 meter off that side, and I'm left with the 300 in the middle, which I can use for the shed, as I said. So I'm using DeWalt cordless. This is a DCG 405. I think I got this free with a bundle of stuff I bought before Christmas. Usually run it on 9 amp hour battery. That's gone dead now after cutting a good bit, so onto the 5s now. So just have loads of spare discs with you, and I gotta change this disc I think soon. So that's pretty much it. You can watch some sparks here if I can manage to catch them. So best done two-handed without the phone in your hand. Yes, so it's best to let the weight of the grinder fall down through the steel rather than pushing it. Actually cuts faster if you let it cut at its normal rate. So that's pretty much rebar 101. No mystery to it, not that expensive. It's about €80 a sheet I think, and should have enough there to do everything. So just maybe buy one more sheet of the 10mm. I'll probably cut that up in the builder jars and bring it on the trailer. So that is rebar.